My son. Your hair. I'm so happy. Yes, I know. I did send you that letter. I did ask you to come see me. I know. Please, don't worry about me. I've long since healed. That was just an arrow anyway. However, I am still feeling its poison. Sometimes it feels hard to breathe. But other times, I feel as though I'm lacking in strength. Both in my body and my powers. However, in the end, I suppose it was worth all of it. And it was all the best. Yes, I know. Chiemi's sacrifice in that battle. She said something to me before that night. She said to me that she was a tool of war, and she wanted one last battle, and in the end she would not be able to face a life without it. Had she survived that battle, which I do believe she would never, then she would just be wandering and slaughtering and so much more. I don't believe that Chiami's existence is or was without redeeming. Even if all she knew was torture and killing. I know not where she came from, nor do I know what all she is thinking. But what I do know is this would have been her ideal outcome, where she finally meets one last great battle, and she is killed in it, covered in blood. That would have been the way she would have wanted to go. Covered in the blood of anyone would be her suitable end. And I'm not blind. I do see, I have seen how you look at each other. She did know of your feelings. She did know that you had affection for her. But in the end, sometimes we can't always get what we wish for. My wish, it was to be with my family again. My husband, my son, my other son. Were you expecting me to say my true son? That would be too cruel. Dilly-dally, shilly-shally. I do know you're wondering where this is going. An explanation for what I've been doing during my absence from you. The Shinto priests that came to the village to help restore it one final time. I've been to see them, and they took me before... They took me before Kaguya, the many-faced goddess. She said to me that if I truly wanted my redemption, if I wanted to finally be given my afterlife, then I would be to fulfill my duties without diverting like I had before, which would mean that I am to remain here and protect this village, just as I was meant to, just as my task in being Tamamonomae was. My days before being Tamamonomae, they're a distant memory. I can't hear the hymns of the people then so clearly anymore. It scares me to death, you know. It truly does scare me. It's almost as though I've lost contact, lost connection with who I really am. And that is what the many-faced goddess is giving me. She's giving me a second chance. Time will tell if I deserve it. I have the flames of judgment wrapped around my heart. If I am to disobey her order, I will never know peace. I will always feel the flames licking at my soul. And perhaps this is your or my husband's humanity rubbing off on me, but that scares me. The flames of the inferno, instead of the gentle fire of my foxfire. It's horrifying. I would never want to face them, at least not alone. Does this make sense? I truly don't expect it to make sense. After all, you are only a human, and I am a kitsune, one of the most powerful in all of this world. But there's been many me in this world and the next that have been asking if that power is worth it. I have seen power rot people from the inside out, my beloved son. I have seen them do terrible things. I have seen them become something terrible. And I never wish to see that happen anymore. Once upon a time, there was a young girl. I failed to save her. And she met a terrible fate. And now she serves my sworn enemy in the Underlands. Himiko. Or I suppose she's just Mimi now. What a beautiful child. Given to one noble house to another. Thrown about, her beauty being her only defense, her only sword, until finally she couldn't stand it anymore. And she died by her own hands, just after the death of her past master, her final master. I shudder to think of what she's been bound to, what duties she's taking now. I pray with all I am that she finds rest, that she finds peace and love and tranquility. And if I had the power, I would give her precisely that. truly miss seeing her face. Huh? You're wondering about the children. You need not fear. They are all okay. They are all still alive. I've had the other kitsune bring them home. They have... Their human parents are dead. And so I have given my kitsune forces a way of hiding who they are. How to hide that they are kitsune and take the place of these parents so that they can lead somewhat of a normal life. A life where they can truly be safe with those of their own kind upon the revival of this village. As for me, I will not deny I do not deserve to live. I will never deny that I should have died there. But I do believe that everything happens for a reason. I'll just have to find my reason for still being here in this world when I should have died. Such a fate being the atonement for my sins. Every transgression I have performed walking on this earth, my blind vengeance has left a great mark on humanity. And the goddess Megumi, that's her name, Megumi. God, who is the Megumi has given me that chance. She is allowing me to become something new, or at least live out the rest of my life being the all-knowing goddess, a protector of humanity, as I should have been before. I intend to live with my sins. I intend to carry them the rest of my life. I intend to shoulder them and continue taking the blame. I intend to always find different ways to make up for them, even if I never can. What I seek is penance, repentance, forgiveness, even if I don't deserve it. And even if I don't receive it, I will take comfort in knowing that at least I have tried to make it right. Because that's what they would have wanted. My son? Ah. Yes. I do miss Chiemi. I miss her terribly. I do believe that if she'd have lived, she would have become something new. Would it be strange of me to say I was hoping that you both would survive and you two would be together? Allow me to explain it a little. Chiemi is a mindless tool of war, or was. She knows nothing but the thrill of battle and the taste of blood on her lip. But I'm willing to bet that besides you, your wisdom and your compassion, It struck a chord in her. It resonated with her. And I do believe that you would have been able to make her into something she herself could be proud of. But now, no. It's not in my power to revive her. It would not be right. Bringing people back from the dead, it only brings more pain. Both for them and for us. I know this. I've tried. My son, no matter how much things seem to change, never forget why we're here. Never forget those that died for us and those that are living for us. And just know, no matter where you go, no matter what happens from here, you will always be my son, and I will always love you. Even if I'm not truly your mother, I will love you forever. How is it, being the new leader of the Red Snow? I understand if many of your troops are very restless. Oh. I would expect that. So much steam. I pray they find something to do with it. Because I do not want another battle. In fact, I pray that the one with Akane will have been the last one. My plea to you, my request for you, my son. Take the Red Snow and reform it. Make something of it. That in the end your mother can't decide what's best. She was a creature much like me. Almost precisely like me. So blinded by her hatred, so fueled by her anger, that she was willing to bring her wrath upon those that did not deserve it. Chiemi and I were the ones whom she was after. The rest of them I did not. They were not part of all of that. Not the slaughter, not the burning. They were never complicit. Because I did not want them to have blood on their hands. Because they do not hate humans. And I will say it now, I do not hate them, I never have. It was rather, I didn't trust them. But somehow, that's even worse. And I can't even begin to describe how sorry I am for that. However, the time for apologies has passed. Now is the time for action. Now is the time for a new era of peace, solidarity, and love. My son, allow me. O many gods above, O holy powers covering this world, open your ears and hear me. May this human who holds my hand, may his kin see a world of fortune and prosperity and light. May the dark waves of despair never crash, and may they never bring ruin and sadness. May they live full lives of joy and laughter where there was once no hope left, where there was blood on the grass instead of children's feet dancing in the moonlight. May the people that will come to this village, may those that come anywhere, and may humanity from this day forward until the end of time, may they live well and long, and may they become the people they wish to be. And may the other races that live beside them, may they lie together and sing together, dance together and play together, to talk together. Join them all in this new era, this new generation. And I will raise this word up forward until I die. For your will be done by my hands and by theirs too. Thank you. My son, I'm afraid time grows short. No, I'm all right. These tears, they're just... I'm going to miss you, you know that. Your duties take you elsewhere, and my duties are in this village. And as I said, make something of your people. The red snow is under you now, not Lady Akane. And do not allow Akane, her wrath, to infect you. Please do not repeat her mistakes or mine, because then we would both be sorry. And that would just break my heart. Do your best. Protect these people. Protect the races in this world. Okami, Lamia, Arachne, Dulahan, Changelings, Fae, all of them. May your hand protect them, as mine will this village. My son, I love you, and I always will, forever. Goodbye.